Hey guys, so I think it's the time to complete, and we are about to start discussing Unit 12. Unit 12 is about telling it how it is, and it is about reported speech, which is one of the most important lessons in Level 6. And we have ways of speaking, and you know what they say. Before we go into details, I think we have to answer these warm up questions. Question number one is look at the reported speech, and we have to answer this question, which is what were the girl's words? Number one, she said she was a student. So the original words of the girl are I am a student. So notice I have to go back one step behind in tense and I have to change the pronoun. Two, she asked me what I was doing in London. So, what is the original question? Exactly. What are you doing in London? What are you? So, I have to change the pronoun and I have to change the tense. The final one is she told me she'd arrived on Monday. She had arrived on Monday. Yes, it is. I have arrived on Monday. I have to go back one step behind intense, but because I have now to write the direct speech, I have to go back, not go back now, one step ahead, but not back intense. And absolutely, I have to be careful about the pronoun. Question number two is here are some reported thoughts. What were my thoughts? One, I thought she worked in an office. So I think she works in an office. What about two? I knew I'd seen her somewhere else or somewhere before her. Exactly. So I had, this is had here. I have to say I have seen her somewhere before. So this is about the tense. Be careful. Finally, I wondered if she'd phone me. Be careful, guys, about if, because if we have if, this is because we have yes and no question. Okay? So she'd phone me. So I have to say what? Has she, I'm sorry, has she phoned me? Has she phoned me? So because this is a yes and no question, I have to write if. So this is it. This is about the original words or the direct words of these indirect words. Now, guys, here we have an article. Here the article that we have to read. So let's try to read it. I'm going to give you your own time to read, and we have to answer these questions. The questions are who's or who is Jack Neal? What did he do? What happened at the end? So I'm going to give you your own time to read. And because we have to answer these questions, and we have to complete the article by reporting the words and thoughts from 1 to 10. These are the thoughts, guys. Here, this is it. Let me zoom it out. You can zoom it in by using your fingers if you want. So I'm going to do my best to show it to you in full screen. So this is it. I'm going to give you 1 minute just to read the article. After that, we will listen to the recording. But guys, be careful about these thoughts from 1 to 10. This is it because these thoughts are written in direct speech, now you have to report them by writing them indirectly. So I'm going to give you 1 minute just to read it fast, then we will listen to the recording. Okay, guys, now I think it's the time to listen to the recording and you have to check your answers. If you haven't finished yet, you can pause the video if you want just to complete writing these thoughts indirectly. The recording is 12.1. This is the first recording. So this is it. Let me play it. This is unit 12, and this is the first recording. Let's listen to the recording. Yes, this is it. Okay.
Unit 12, Tape Script 12.1. I read it in the papers.
Look, Mum, I've bought a car on eBay for £9,000. A 3-year-old boy used his mother's computer to buy a £9,000 car on the internet auction site eBay. Jack Neal's parents only discovered their son's successful bid when they received a message from the website. The message said they had bought a pink Nissan Figaro.
So they had both. Here we have both. Be careful about the tense. Okay, let's complete.
Mrs. Neal, 36, said that they couldn't understand it.
So they couldn't understand it. Be careful about the tense. Be careful about the pronoun. Okay.
Explained that she had been on the net the day before, but...
So she had been. So this is number 3. Here we have simple past, because if I want to go back one step behind, the verb to be becomes what had been. Okay. And absolutely be careful about the time marker. Here we have yesterday. The time marker should be changed. It becomes the day before. Okay.
She hadn't bought anything. Jack kept telling us that he was so happy and that we would...
Wait, I think I have to go back one step. Wait, I have to go back in the recording just to... because we missed number 4. Okay.
And Figaro. Mrs. Neal, 36, said that they couldn't understand it. She explained that she had been on the net the day before, but she hadn't bought anything.
So she hadn't bought. Simple past, past perfect. Okay.
Jack kept telling us that he was so happy and that
he was. Okay.
we would soon get a big surprise. Mrs. Neal from Sleaford, Lincolnshire, thought Jack was joking. He often used the computer, and she was pretty sure that he knew her password. Her husband, John, 37, phoned the seller of the car and explained that there had been a mistake. Fortunately, he saw the funny side and said he would advertise the car again. Mr.
So he would. This is well, absolutely well, becomes would. Okay.
Neal has told Jack to be more careful, and he has asked his wife to change her password.
So this is it. Be careful about these thoughts because we have to change them from direct to indirect. Now I think you are able to answer these questions, which are number 1, wait. Question number 1, who is Jack Neal? Question number 2. What did he do? Question number 3. What happened at the end? Okay, I hope that you answered all the questions correctly. Now it's the time to complete practicing. Now let's try to talk about exercise number 3. Wait, let me try to zoom the page in. I think it's better to see clearly. Okay, now here are Mr. Neil's words to Jack and his wife. You've got to be more careful, son. 2. Do you think you could change your password, dear? Now, sorry, how are these words reported in the article? Let's try to check number 1, which is you've got to be more careful, son. So this is it. Let me try to search about it. And I think I should read fast. And I have to zoom it out like this because I want to show you how it is reported. And okay, so I think what about 2? Do you think you could change your password here? And the second one, this is it. If you notice that the final one, do you think you could change your password dear? So this is it. And he asked his wife to change her password. What about number 1? You've got to be more careful, son. You should be more careful, but I think this is it. I'm pretty sure he knows my password. So this is it. And this is about 8. She was pretty sure that he absolutely was pretty sure he knew the password, her password, absolutely. So this is it. This is about these words which are reported in this article. Now I think it's the time to complete by discussing exercise number 4, which is saying, let's try, guys, to report these sentences. Number 1 is already solved for us, which is saying, my Jack is very clever, his mom said. So Mrs. Neil said her son was very clever. Be careful about the tense, be careful about the pronoun, be careful about the time marker, be careful if it is a question because you have to change the places or invert the places of the subject and verb. And absolutely, if it is a yes or no question, as I said before or I explained, you have to use if or whether. Don't forget this rule. Okay, let's try to report 2. He usually plays computer games, she told me. So, she told me that he usually what play. Be careful about the tense. Let's listen, by the way. I think it's better to listen. This is 12.2. This is 12.2, the second recording.
Tape script 12.2. 1,
Mrs. Neil said her son was very clever.
2,
She told me he usually played computer games.
So this is number 2. Now let's listen to 3. I bought the computer from my work. His father explained that okay.
3,
His father explained that he had bought the computer for his work.
So he had bought. Be careful about the tense. 4. I won't use eBay anymore. Mrs. Neil decided that She, be careful about the modal verb, well becomes would. Okay.
4.
Mrs. Neal decided that she wouldn't use eBay anymore.
So wouldn't. Now let's try to discuss 5. I don't know how it happened. She or said Jack. So Jack said,
5.
Jack said he didn't know how it had happened.
exactly, didn't know. Be careful about the tense. 6. I've always liked computers, he told reporters.
6.
He told reporters that he had always liked computers.
He had always liked. Present perfect becomes past perfect. Now 7, please. This is interjection. Tidy your room. His mother asked Jack.
7.
His mother asked Jack to tidy his room.
Exactly. So be careful because you have to delete the interjections, and because it is imperative, you have to use to. Finally, go. This is imperative too. Go and play football, his father told him.
8.
His father told him to go and play football.
Exactly, because it is imperative. Don't forget to use to. And be careful because after to, there is verb 0 because we don't have to go back one step behind and that's. Okay, this is about these sentences. Now I think it's a time to start solving number 5. Number 5, guys, here down we have an article. So let's try to read this article. And let's match the direct questions and thoughts to the numbers from 1 to 7. I'm going to show you the article and I'm going to show you here the questions and thoughts. I suggest to split my screen into 2. Can I do it? Or if I want to zoom it out, I think if I want to zoom it out is better than, or you know what? I think if I want to split my screen into 2 is really better than, wait, I have a suggestion. What if, yes, no, not like this. Wait, if I, yes, this is number 1, this is number 2, but let me try to make it like this. And I think I should go back to the book just to open it twice, because as I mentioned, I have to, exactly. And I think I have to drag this one here. Yes. Okay. Let me minimize this window and drag this down. Close this one. Yes. And I have to scroll down now to the thoughts. I'm going to show you the thoughts here. This is 12. These are the thoughts. Yeah, I know that they are a little small, but you can zoom the page in. And here in this screen, I think I can show you the article, but let me scroll down to the article. Okay, let me, yes, to, this is, I think we have already discussed that. So let me scroll down to, this is 9. What is going on? Wait. 12. Okay. So not this one. So this is 12 and this is the article. Okay. I think we have a recording, but before we listen to the recording, we have to do it ourselves. You have to do it yourself, guys. Now, the title of the article is Man Throws Away 20,000 pounds in town center. So let's try to read it. I'm sorry, but I think I have to drag my pen. Please, my pen, come here. Yes, thank you so much. And I have to zoom the page in like this because I want to give you the chance. So if you want to take a look at the picture here, wait, give me a minute. So this is the picture, and this is the title. And I think now I can zoom it in like this. Yes. And I'm going to give you 1 minute to read and try now to match the thoughts and the questions to numbers 1 to 7. So these are the numbers, guys. This is 3, this is 7. Okay. So you have to match them. But absolutely, I'm going to give you your own time to read just to be able to understand the article first. So please start. Okay, if you don't finish, you can pause the video, guys, and try to do it yourself. Now let us play the recording, and I hope that you succeeded in matching the thoughts and the questions. By the way, guys, number 1 is already solved. So what's happening? This is what's happening. So I hope that you did it. Now I think it's a time to complete and match them. This is 12.3. So this is unit 3, the final one, and this is recording 3.
Tape script 12.3.
Man throws away £20,000 in town centre. A mystery man started a riot in a busy town centre yesterday by hurling £20,000 in banknotes into the air. Traffic was stopped at 11 a.m. in Alexandra Road, Aberystwyth, Mid Wales, as money rained down from the sky. Local shopkeeper Anthony Jones, 55, said, "I couldn't understand it, so I asked my neighbour what was happening."
So this is number 1, as I said, which is already solved. Okay, 2.
They saw people on their hands and knees grabbing money. No one knew where the money came from, he said.
So no one knew where the money came from. Be careful about the tense, the pronoun, and it is a question. Okay, so this is number 2. Let me number them. So this is number 2. Okay.
They were just stuffing it in their pockets. Passerby Eleanor Morris said, "I wondered if there had been a road accident because..."
So I wondered if, be careful, because this is a yes or no question. Has there been a road accident? Okay.
The traffic was at a complete standstill. Flower seller Cadwyn Thomas.
Wait, I'm sorry, I have to number this. 2, 3. Okay, now let's complete. I'm sorry.
Saw the man, who was wearing a red Welsh rugby shirt. I asked him why he was giving away all his money, but he didn't.
So, why are you giving away all your money? This is the direct. Okay.
Didn't answer. He just laughed. Police asked Cadwyn if she knew the man.
If she knew the man. Do you know the man? So if, because it is direct question. Yes or no question, as I said. Okay.
I told them I'd never seen him before. He certainly wasn't from around here. Dyfed-Powys Police later confirmed that a 40-year-old man from Aberystwyth had been questioned. He refused to tell us why he'd done it, a spokesman said.
Why he done it? Why did you do it? Okay, so this is simple past perfect. Okay.
So it's a complete mystery. He wanted to know if we were going to arrest him.
He wanted to know if. So are you going to arrest me? Okay.
But giving away money isn't against the law.
So this is it. This is about the thoughts and the questions that are reported. Be careful if you want to report the questions, and you have to be careful because we have a yes or no question and a WH a question. With a yes and no question, as I said, you can use F. You can use if, sorry, yes, or whether is acceptable with do this did. Now I think it is the time to discuss here the grammar spot. Yes. Now, we report words or thoughts. We usually move the tense back one step. For example, I'm tired. You have to say she said she was. So notice here the tense is simple present. If you want to go one step behind in tense, it will be what? Simple past. Now let's try to complete the reported speech. Well, I've seen the film before. She told me that what? She had seen the film before. Okay? 2, you'll like it. She was sure. Exactly, because we have well becomes would. Now, 2, does tell mean in these 2 sentences? Number 1, she told me that she loved me. So what do you think? And 2, she told me to go away. Here we have 2. Be careful because here we have imperative. Okay, when we report the questions, as I said, be careful about the questions. You have to invert the places of the subject and the verb, and you have to remove do, does, did. Why? Because they are auxiliaries. So when a question has do, does, did, the do, does, did should be removed and replaced, as I said. So if it is a yes or no question, not WH, you have to replace them with F or whether, as we said. This is not a yes or no question. This is WH. So here the question is, where do you live? He asked me where I live. So notice that I removed the verb to do because it is auxiliary and I went back one step behind in tense. What about this one? How long are you staying? She asked me, okay. How long what? I was staying because here we have present continuous. It becomes past continuous. Be careful about the pronoun because even the pronoun should be changed. Here we have do this did as a yes or no question. As I said, you can use F and you can use whether is acceptable. So do you know, Mike? She wanted to know if what? If I in you, Mike. Okay. So this is about reported speech. Be careful because you can report sentences and even you can report questions. Now, the question is here in exercise number 6, which is the final one. In this page is saying, imagine you were stopped by the police and asked these questions. You have to report them now. Absolutely. Number 1 is already solved for us, which is saying, where are you going? Ask. Now, they asked me where I was going. So notice this is a question. This is not a question. And I inverted the places of the subject and verb. Okay. And this is WH question, not yes or no question. Now, what do you think about this one? Where have you been? Ask. This is a question. Okay, I think it's better to listen. This is 12.4, so let's listen to the recording and let's check your answer.
Tape script 12.4.
I was coming home from the club the other night, and I was stopped by the police.
Were you? Did they ask you lots of questions?
They certainly did. They asked me where I was going and where I'd been, and they
Where I had been. Okay. Now be careful about this one. Do you live in the area? I want to know.
wanted to know if I lived in the area.
Bravo. If, because it is yes and no question. Lived. Simple past. Okay.
You scared?
You bet.
What else did they ask?
Well, they wondered how old I was, and
How old I was. This is present. I have to go back one step behind. So I becomes, or you becomes I, because now I'm talking. Okay.
they wanted to know if I'd been with friends.
Oh, I'm glad I...
I have been with the friends. This is simple past. If you want to go back, it will be past perfect. Now the next one is have you been drinking? Demand to know.
wasn't with you.
Then they demanded to know if I'd been drinking.
And had
If I had been. Okay, finally we have what time did you leave home? Ask if I could remember.
you?
No, not much anyway. They also asked if I could remember when I'd left home.
Do you know why they were asking all this?
No idea. They wouldn't tell me.
So this is it. This is about these 2 pages. Now please watch the next video because we have to discuss now this new page.